Okay, everyone, welcome back to more Monsters Inc. Scream Arena, and I have a Monsters Inc. expert with me joining me on this one.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Please hold down the applause. Yes, hello.
Yeah, you haven't appeared in a Let's Play part of mine for a while, so I think it's about time.
Oh, no, you've been having a lot of Monster Adventure stuff. So you've been keeping in with the monster stuff, Angus. Very well.
Yeah, keeping in with the monster theme. Who should I play as?
You know, I love that buff guy that's like, kind of like, he's got the crazy arms. Yeah, I think that
Claws?
guy's... What's his name?
Claws.
Claws.
We'll play as Claws.
What a name. Let's play as Claws, yeah.
And we are in the apartment today.
Oh, the apartment. Is it Sally's apartment?
Yeah, it's Mike and Sully's apartment, and this is apartment 105, and it's called Monster Bubbles.
Okay. Well, actually, I don't want to plug myself, but in the Monsters Inc. PS2 game, is there a cutscene?
No, there's not. It's just a thing about the CDA.
Oh, okay. Not the CDA. Yeah. In the Monsters Inc. PS2 game, not Scare Island, or this one, there's actually a level, Sully's apartment, and you get to go like in the entire building. And it actually has a really, really good sense of continuity. And while this game, in terms of environments, doesn't have as much continuity, I think in terms of characters, from what I'm seeing, it's got 100 times more continuity. As in, like, it's got characters like this, you know, Claws. It's
got a lot of characters. Basically here, we just have to score more points than Mike, and we can throw that thing at him, which, like, entraps him in a, a bubble or something. And you can hit him while he's in the bubble, basically. That's all we're doing. Similar to the last part, where we just have to score more points. Pretty easy. So what are you thinking of this game so far?
Well, it's very hard to gauge what's actually going on. Well, not that the quality's bad, but it's in like what you actually are doing. It's kind of weird, but it reminds me a lot of a party game. And I think it would be one of those games that would play well with friends, or play shit but be playing better with friends.
It's a pretty lame game. Like, if I was gonna invite friends over to play a game with me, I wouldn't invite them over to play this. I'd probably play Mario Party or something.
Yeah.
This is like a party game with one party game, and that's just throwing balls at people. That is the game.
So it's basically dodgeball for the PS1. I mean, GameCube.
Yeah,
dodgeball for the GameCube.
I guess that's what you would call it. Like, some of the characters do actually have different kind of abilities and stuff. Like, Claws has a better throwing arm, but is like much slower, as you can probably tell. Like, see, he runs like awkwardly. He's got a weird run cycle as well, I've noticed. Like, he like kind of hunches a bit. Okay, we won that pretty easily. And every time you win, you get to see them do like a little dance or something.
That is... Oh, look at him. Success. He's happy, you know. Claws, you deserve your happiness for once, you know. You've had a tough life. You've never been at the top of the scaring thing. But I think this is just one of those successes that you really did deserve, you know? Don't you agree, Angus? He really deserved that victory. There he is.
So look,
he's taking his spot on the Scream leaderboard.
Mike hit me once, and he's got a 100% hit rate, and I hit him, like, several times, and I don't have a 100% hit rate because I threw more than I hit him. Okay, saving. Oh yeah, I should have disabled this, but who cares? It's only an autosave. So yeah, that's the first one of apartment. Okay, let's do the second. I bet you in a
future part they're gonna have you're gonna be in Harryhausen's.
Maybe, I don't know. I've only played up to apartment, so this is Yo-Yo Needleman.
Blind LP, everyone.
Practically,
always fun.
Almost a blind LP, but there's not really much to it apart from
ball throwing.
Apart from ball throwing, yeah. We're back in their apartment again, and there's 4 people this time. This time is pretty much the same as the last times, except the only difference is you have to like kill them instead of getting points. You have to like knock them out until they're dead. As you can see there, it's got hits up the top of the screen. And there's this other ball here, the yellowy one, called the yo-yo ball. And what that does is when you throw it, it comes back to you.
That's pretty good. I'd prefer to call it a boomerang ball, but okay.
Well, I guess yo-yos come back. If you throw a yo-yo. Randall seems to be my main...
the thing is... yo-yos can fuck up. You know what I mean? You could be trying to rock the cradle, and what's going to happen? You're going to be destroyed. It's just going to fall, and you're going to be crying because you tried for years to master that trick, but it fails at times. So
Alright,
it's
Mike's
for that
dead.
reason that I'm giving this game a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, this
No, I'm kidding.
I wouldn't rate this game very highly. But in the Monsters Inc. games, it's probably the worst one. Maybe the Game Boy Advance one is slightly worse. I
No,
don't
but
know.
you know what? That one actually doesn't look that bad. If you actually look at it, it doesn't look that terrible.
The Game Boy Advance
It
one.
is a platformer, isn't it?
Game Boy Advance. I don't know what that is. It's weird. It's like a 2D kind of thing. 2.5D,
Yeah,
I'd say. Yeah, this, I don't know, maybe this is the worst Monsters Inc. game, maybe, since it's, like, so simple. And it's on, like, a 6th generation console.
Yeah.
So,
Did you mention who made this game?
yeah, Disney Interactive did.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
It's the same people who made all the other ones. And, I don't know what that other, what's that, the company that has that, Radical, I think, is that them? I think it was Radical.
What, the ones that made... Radical didn't make this game, definitely not.
I don't know the name. I'll tell you in the next part. Okay, this is easy. This is like, capture the flag, not really capture, I don't know what you call this, but basically you just have to, hold the glowing ball for the longest. This one.
Oh wait, wow, actually, no, sorry, you're right, it was done by Radical. Yeah, wow. Okay, this is a shit start to Radical Entertainment, because they actually went on to create a pretty great game in what I like to call, well, not what I like to call, in just generally hit and run, Simpsons Hit and Run.
Yeah,
which I
that's
thought
right,
was a
yeah.
pretty good game.
They did make that, that's
Road
right.
Rage. Yeah,
oh shit, I lost
no, it
the
doesn't
ball.
really look like a Radical game to me, though. It just doesn't, it doesn't seem like one, to be honest.
How could such a great company fuck up with a game like this?
Yes. Yeah.
We'll finally find out what that nerdy guy, like the teenager guy and the guy with the squeaky voice in this game, like the one who says...
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll finally find out what his name is, because he's an unlockable character, I gather, from the fact
Yeah,
that...
we actually find out what his name is in the PS2 version, and he actually has, in the PS2 game, and he has his voice in there, and he says, like, I know what you're looking for, Mr. Sullivan! Or whatever, with this annoying voice, and... just best voice in Monsters Inc. history behind John Goodwin. Actually, no. He's just he's in the top 5. Top 5.
Yeah, as I mentioned previously, the actual voice actors did reprise their roles for this one, which surprises me.
Which is just the most. It's just that just doesn't make any sense to me, because I mean, why wouldn't they reprise their voices for Goodman and Billy Crystal in Monsters Inc. PS2, which is the token game of the series, rather than Scream Arena, which looks like it probably sold about 10 copies.
Oh, his name is Needleman, by the way. That's his name.
His name's
Needleman.
Needleman.
I guess he kind of looks like... I don't know why they call him Needleman. Doesn't really look like a needle nor a man, so...
Yeah, he doesn't.
This is very, very easy. We're just, like, carrying this, like, glowing ball around. And as you see at the top there, it counts the seconds we've held it for. Shit, Needleman's catching up to me.
Needleman, go. Actually, they're both voiced by the same people. Needleman, and the other guy's name's Smitty. So, yeah.
Oh, are they? Okay. Alright, I've practically
Needleman
won.
and Smitty, it is such a name, though, that you would hear in, like, a frat apartment teenage
Smitty or Smithy?
Smitty, you know what I mean? Like, you'd hear it.
Smitty sent? Yay.
Yep.
My ball. Okay, cool.
Game.
Give him the old smash and slash.
Oh, do you know what Claus's last name is?
What?
Ward.
Claus Ward. I wonder if it's related to Chris.
Claus Ward.
I wonder if it's related to Chris Ward.
I wonder if he's related to... Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, so that kind of game's called Monster Keep Away. So there's a set, like, number of games, and, like, they just repeat them over and over again.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
It's kind of lame. Oh, we just unlocked Needleman.
Needleman, there he is. Round of applause.
Look at all those
Needleman,
things
you're
there.
a hero.
Look at all these, like, cutscenes of him.
But see, no, I got a criticism. He doesn't look happy enough. He looks a bit depressed. He looks a bit... not happy enough. Where's that smile, Needleman? Come on.
Let's play
Come
as
on.
Needleman. Score more
Yeah, let's do
points
it.
than your opponent. Okay, this is easy, this one. I gather. I haven't actually played this one, so... You can run, but you can't hide from the CDA.
Every time I see the CDA helicopter, I just think of 2319. We got a 2319. Just when he got the sock on him, that guy gets the sock on him.
Yeah, George, he's in this level. We're fighting George, actually.
Yeah.
There he is.
Oh, yes. There he is, 2319, Mr. 2319.
I was playing as him last part. For like
Oh,
the
good.
majority of the part. So yeah, basically, this is the most standard type of game in the game, where you have to throw balls and you get like points depending on what type of ball you use. It's like more points if you use the yo-yo and the bubble ball, I think. Is it? I can't tell.
What do you reckon? Can't tell? What can't you tell?
I think it's more points if you use like special types of balls than if you use.
Probably. I mean, you'd gather. You'd
think they'd reward you for like being a little creative.
Exactly.
This is a very mindless game. Like if you haven't figured out by now, like it's a very one-trick pony.
This is a game for schmiddies.
This is a game that's it's
reference.
late at night. You don't feel like thinking, and you want something that's not too difficult, not too easy, just to like play and like sit down and like.
It just looks like a modified button masher where you kind of just keep pressing shit and
It
throwing
is a button
everything
masher.
around.
That's all. I'm just mashing buttons like crazy.
I mean,
Dirt needle man.
is there actually any particular strategy in this game or not?
No, just throw balls at people. Like the closest ball, just pick it up and throw it. That's that's basically it.
Just dodgeball it. Yeah.
It's not really much of a difficulty curve either that I've noticed. Like it's pretty much the simulation. The hardest thing I've actually done was the simulation version of keep that glowing ball thing. That was the hardest thing in the game so far.
So who can have it for the longest?
Yeah, the one I did in the simulation was the hardest, and man, I just own these guys. Look at that. Go Needle Man.
Go Needleman. Needleman. I'm guessing it would be pronounced Needleman only as because it's like a last name. It wouldn't be his first name.
Nah, it's not his first name.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just said I couldn't have done that
Needleman.
without my best buddy. That's nice. He acknowledges that I'm his best buddy.
Hey, you are.
It's got really nice, like, classical music kind of thing, like 50s type of music.
Is it really?
Yeah, you
Well, I was
can't...
going to say, because the Monster Inc. PS2 game shares very similar sounds as Toy Story Racer and all that shit, so, you know.
Okay. Apartment 5 of 5. Okay, this is the last part for Apartment, guys.
Yay.
I
I'll be
love
really excited.
I love listening to that.
Not the CDA.
Okay.
What does it say? What does he say?
He says you can run, but you can't hide from the CDA. Okay.
That reminds me of just the fat man talking to Pepsi Man or whatever. Like, Pepsi Man, we have a situation down at the
Shit, come
place
on.
or whatever.
Come on, Needleman.
Oh, boy. Hey, is that the chair? The same chair that he sits on, you know, when he like watches the Monsters Inc. I'm Monsters Incorporated ad? To me, I reckon that's the
Could
same
be.
chair.
There we go.
It
Done.
probably is.
Yeah, I think that's the same TV. So and they have like. Oh, did you see me do that? And they have the same they have pictures of themselves on their walls. Oh.
Yeah. Same in the.
What is he doing? It's like it was some weird kind of dance thing or something.
He actually looks like he's on some kind of narcotic.
He does.
He's a teenager, you know.
He is.
Not that I encourage that shit. Don't do it.
He's a squeaky voiced teen, in my opinion.
He's an addict.
An addict.
And you're done.
And that's it for this part. That's it for targets.
For you again.
There's
If
like
Angus doesn't kill himself after how crap that was.
Oh, and we unlocked Main Street.
Ooh, Main Street. I'm a fan of this. This is looking good. Now, if only they actually applied these level designs to an actual platformer, I'd be a fan of it. But they didn't.
Anyway,
They didn't do that.
we'll see you in the next part in Main Street, everyone. Bye.